Alrighty then, here we go. MBL versus Liereyy. These are tournament games. We're just kind of floating in here live. Can't even tell you what tournament this is. My apologies. But, 1v1 between a couple of really great players on the AOC balance patch. Keep that in mind. The game is Vikings War on Arabia. We are going to see MBL in the blue trunks. Oh, it's not Arabia. My apologies. I looked at this part of the map and I thought Arabia, but that is absolutely false. Wow, it's so big. Diranyutane. I'm not sure what you mean. No one's ever said that to me before. Let me turn the chat off here. What is this map? Is this Baltic? Loch Ness. Okay. The map will be Loch Ness. Not sure exactly what that means. Maybe there's a big monster in the middle of the map. Is Nessy here? Not sure, but MBL at the moment docking, and actually Lierey's going to be here to lame that Vill. MBL is not loomed, so he's going to probably lose that villager. No, you know what? Loom is still not in, but that Vill's going to make it home safe. Lierey's dock is up, so he's done a nice job to delay his opponent's economy. Getting out early forward with your scout can always be beneficial, and Liereyy here will even be able to steal a sheep if he wants to. Just going to leave it right there for a moment. Maybe Liereyy is laming, but he's not laming that hard. 18 Vills for each guy, 1 fishing ship out for Liereyy. Just a minor advantage, and also the fact that he has this sheep is kind of nice for him. MBL will kill that scout, though, in the end, so, you know, it's not all negative for MBL in the early game. It has back gold, back stone. Pretty defensible map. The two players are pretty close to each other. It's rather wallable here in the pinch point, but sometimes guys are so focused on galleys that they don't actually end up walling this part of the map. So that can be open sometimes rather late into the game. Liereyy at the moment is clicking up to feudal. He's going to be 10 seconds behind MBL, adding in the second dock. MBL at the moment is still on 1 dock, just now coming forward to add in a second. We will see villagers shifting over to gold, 4 villagers over there, and we will immediately see double dock galleys being queued up by, I would assume, both players. Actually, Liereyy will add in a 3rd dock, and now even a 4th dock. So 4 docks now coming forward for Liereyy. MBL's got 3 at the moment, but he'll have 4 soon as well. It's a galley race once again, just like the last game we watched, the Bull King Cup game. At the moment, it looks like MBL is 1 ship ahead, but Lierey's got a little bit more production, at least for the next few minutes. Maybe a few seconds. Looks like a little bit of a micro battle, neither player with any upgrades, and we're still flying through this early wreck. We're trying to catch up to real time. We'll be caught up soon. These games are being streamed live on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Stone wall's coming down now, and look at this. Liereyy able to wall MBL scout in. Nice little cheeky move. Fletching on the way for the green player. He's going to have it quite a bit earlier than MBL. Looks like MBL will take this fight. He's going to be 3 ships ahead, but Lierey's fletching could equalize that advantage. Micro really important, but both guys are so close to each other that microing around right now may not have a huge benefit. MBL still not having the fletching in, but he does still have more ships. Plus 2 ships for MBL. Liereyy will start to bulk up his navy a bit more, and he'll go back into the fray, and we've caught up to real time. MBL's got fletching here on the way now. He's got 2 more ships than Liereyy. His scout did get walled in, but remember, Lierey's scout is dead. MBL's minus a couple of fish, but other than that, it's a pretty damn dead heat of a game. Liereyy at the moment, actually, you know what? It's not a dead heat. Lierey's got a couple extra vills. That's interesting. Liereyy with a couple extra villagers, maybe a little bit better of a food economy on his side of the map. MBL's actually pretty strapped for resources at the moment. If you look at what he's got in the bank versus Liereyy, Lierey's got a lot more food. Liereyy did spend some stone walling up his side, but he's going to be really safe on land because of it, and it is a full-on Vikings water battle. Looks like Lierey's going to get a lot of ships here for cheap. MBL is descended from Vikings. That's a fact. Look it up. But he is not winning this Viking water battle at the moment. I would say that it's not going to be dire and desperate, but I'd say these 5 ships are kind of toast. It looks like about 5 versus 9 to me, and that means that MBL, ooh, you know what? He's going to pull a little bit of a maneuver here, bring in a couple more ships from behind. and push Liereyy away. I thought Liereyy was going to crush him in this cove, but that is not the case. Liereyy now is kind of on the run, and MBL is kind of the one doing the chasing. Interesting early game. Couple more galleys from Liereyy that aren't in the mix. Okay, good. He's going to send those forward and cut off stragglers. So while the two main navies fight, whoa, look at this. Every one of these ships is super low. Super low HP on every single ship. MBL's definitely going to win that side. In the meantime, Liereyy clicks up to the castle age. He's 4 villagers ahead. Military sizes are similar, but that's about to change in MBL's favor. Still 4 docks pumping out for Liereyy. MBL on the other side, not quite as good of a fishing eco. Couple fishing ships short of his opponent and a couple villagers short of his opponent. Is going to be a little bit behind Liereyy clicking up. Doesn't have the gold, doesn't have the food, and he's really not that close. If you're just mining that gold the old-fashioned way with 5 vills, it's going to take a minute, man. It's going to take a minute for MBL to get up. Liereyy will probably not be able to keep up with MBL's production. 5 docks for the green player. It's going to be hard to keep all of those going, but you know what? He's doing a pretty damn good job of it. Looks like about 4 out of 5 going at any given moment. Eventually, the tech upgrades from Liereyy will come in, and he really will have a couple of minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes to really crush MBL. For now, though, I think you want to avoid any fights if you can, unless you get a really great one. Navies are similar in size, but there's still no reason to fight an equal-sized navy when yours is about to be great, when you're about to make your navy great again. Of course, Liereyy doesn't know that MBL hasn't clicked up, but if he surmises that, he should wait for the next fight. It looks like Castle Age comes in. We see War Galley and Bodkin Arrow right away. MBL just now clicking up, so Lierey's got a couple minutes to do some damage. Bodkin Arrow and War Galley are coming in. Lierey's going to take this fight a little earlier than those upgrades, but it is a good chance for him to pin MBL into the corner. And he's actually going to win the fight mostly before those upgrades come in, which is kind of ironic, I believe. I don't really know what that word is used for. But War Galley comes in. MBL's going to lose a couple more ships here. Running to the edge of the map, trying to stay alive. University coming down for ballistics for Liereyy. And he's about to grab hold of the water in a really serious, clingy girlfriend sort of way. I don't think MBL is going to get back on water anytime too soon. Blue player's got a couple docks and a couple galleys, which he's probably going to run to the edge of the map. Try to hide from Liereyy while he can. Castle Age will come in eventually for MBL, but Liereyy here can just target down a dock or 2, and it's going to be really tricky for MBL to keep up with the production. Liereyy continuing, I would assume, to keep galleys pumping out of most of these docks. A couple more fishing ships, and actually no galleys being queued at all. Right as I say that, there is not a single galley being queued. Yeah, look at the green player here. He's going to try to target down 3 different docks at the same time, using a half-dozen ships to chase down what's left of MBL's navy. And it's a tricky position for MBL, who all of a sudden is watching the water go by. Diranyatane, it might be GG when Castle comes. It's certainly a massively favored game from Liereyy, but one thing I would criticize here, maybe this is just me not knowing as much as he knows, if he focused down with all of his ships, he could definitely kill 1 dock, and maybe 2. But Lierey's got a couple of ships hitting each dock, and the only difficulty there is that it's going to just take a really long time to get this done. MBL in the end, though, isn't even going to tech into water, so it doesn't matter at all. MBL is not going to try to reclaim the water. He's going to go with what? For now, it's Bosa. It's a 2nd and 3rd TC. MBL is going to try to boom his way out of this, and that's going to be a really tricky thing to do. Lierey's going to have 7 fishing ships that have free reign on the water. Just 2 galleys left from MBL. Lierey's probably queuing more fishing ships as well. He is. He's basically queuing fishing ships. He's going to have at least 9 or 10 of those. Also, Liereyy building a transport and ready to head across the pond to his opponent's side. You don't really need a transport ship. The top side is still open, but, you know, it's faster. Sailing is always faster, I suppose. MBL has actually dropped 4 TCs, which is fine. I mean, a 4 TC boom with Vikings, who have a great economy, is a really nice thing to have. MBL will be 1 villager ahead. But these 11 fishing ships for Liereyy are a huge advantage for now. Lierey's going to just roll up to the front of this and probably into MBL's view with that transport, and then turn around. I thought he was going to drop those vills right on MBL's front door. Looks like we will see Liereyy kind of wise up. He's going to head up to the top of the map. Still controls one of MBL's sheep. Drop a few villagers off here, and MBL outposting his way up. The old outpost rusher himself is going to try to keep his map safe. More docks coming from Liereyy. Those are mostly for fishing ships, I would assume. This part of the pond is totally fished out, so it's just not efficient to have these ships traveling long distances. First couple vills pop out, and Liereyy immediately builds an outpost. MBL can see that right off the bat, which is kind of funny. But MBL doesn't really have anything to react to this with. I don't think he's got a barracks even at this point. So he's going to know that Liereyy has landed him, but he's not going to be able to build any units to push Liereyy away. MBL taking some stone, maybe thinking about castling and coming back onto the water later. Maybe just thinking about going all in on land. In the meantime, we see Liereyy with quite a bit more resource in the bank. He's got the bigger military. Although his villager count is lower, Lierey's actually got the bigger economy now with 17 fishing ships. That's a really nice thing to have. A fishing ship taking food instead of farms is going to give you a huge advantage. Lierey's got, well, we can do it the old-fashioned way. How many farmers does Liereyy have? Lierey's got 14. How many farmers does MBL have? 34. So MBL has to farm his ass off to try to keep up with Lierey's food production. Obviously spending a lot of wood to build those farms. It's really going to slow down MBL's economy. But all that being said, put all of that aside because MBL can click up somewhat soon and Liereyy will not be that far ahead of him. Siege Workshop coming for Liereyy has a couple knights being produced here on the front. A couple villagers taking the extra gold pile. Liereyy clicks to imp, but MBL is probably going to be, what, 10 seconds behind? Maybe 20 seconds behind. Salty's here. Hey, Salty. Welcome, welcome. Why is nobody here? Daranyatane, we're here. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for the follow. Sorry, I had to turn the alerts off for a minute. They were bugged. See if they get fixed. +2 defense knights for Liereyy are rolling in. Imperial Age will be there first for Liereyy as well, who's going crossbowman and is starting to expand out onto the map. Siege Workshop archery range there, but maybe more importantly, he's here in time to probably kill these 3 vills if MBL doesn't retreat soon. These couple of vills for MBL, we're going to start to build up a forward push, but both of those buildings on about 80% will be denied. Warships still winning the water. We've got a couple of monks making noise here. Looks like MBL will get a convert here early. So for the moment, defending himself on land. In the northern part of the map pretty nicely, but the south is a different story. Ram's starting to roll forward. Lierey's adding in more siege workshops. He's adding in more crossbows, +2 damage on those. In the Vikings here, not the greatest civ to try to come back from this. MBL will get ballistics, but I don't think he's put any resources into knights. This is a converted knight that he got from Liereyy. It's not as though MBL can crank out arrow-resistant units at this point in the game. He can go skirms. He can try to go with a mangonel. Let's see if he gets a good shot. Yeah, he gets a decent shot on Liereyy there. Does some good damage. MBL comes to repair. Liereyy here is not microing. Now he's realized that his crossbows are under fire. A little bit late in the game. Actually, it looks like MBL could defend this really nicely. A couple vills coming out. Oh, another good shot. Only killed 1 crossbow, but did some good damage. Liereyy will take out the military production, but the rams here are going to have to go back. Arbalest coming, Cap Ram coming, Bracer coming. MBL's imp will be in soon, but does he have some buildings to build some units out of? Yeah, he's got 3 archery ranges right now. He's going full skirm. Needs to get some upgrades on those skirmishers. Needs to get elite skirm if he's going to push back arbs. For the moment, the arbs are starting to win the day for Liereyy, who's rolling forward with his rams. Capped Ram, obviously a much stronger unit than the original, the OG battering ram. Those are going to roll forward. Villagers have to pop out to rush it down, but villagers will be dying in the process. A couple more vills going to go down here from MBL, who's going to try to micro his face off. He's going to try to micro his face and ass off here. He's going to see if he can jump out, take down the ram, not lose too many vills, but he is going to lose 3 or 4 vills every time he comes out to kill a ram. Liereyy at the moment on 80 vills. MBL is going to be 18 ahead, but Lierey's got 18 fishing ships, so it's probably a dead heat right now economically. The only issue is that MBL's got a rather inefficient economy here in the south. The eco, though, in the north for MBL is quite good. His resources right now suggest that he's going to drop a castle sometime soon. Maybe to help him defend this, he could drop a castle in this area. But right now, I think he's just thinking about holding on. Staying in this game is important for MBL because right now he's starting to lose his grass. This TC is going to go down. These villagers are going to go down. Skirmishers are starting to multiply. But the rams here are really not countered well at all by skirms. For the moment, Liereyy looks to be in a good position. What's his resource look like? Yeah, he's spending quite a bit of resource. Total population, though, is plus 50 for Liereyy, who's he's taking gold happily in several different parts of the map. He's actually stonewalled MBL into his own side, kind of trapping the blue player in a rather small area. And now Liereyy coming forward with the rams will start to knock down more and more of these buildings. Ballistics coming for Liereyy. MBL will get ring archer armor. You know, skirmishers on the hill can hold the day. Lierey's not going to climb this hill with his arbs for at least another couple of minutes. But the rams here are just going to do work. They're just going to roll in and continue to knock down these buildings. Let's see, Mr. MBL at the moment is really, really strapped for resources. He drops a castle. He'll get another one up soon. Elite skirms are queued by the dozen. But look at this. Liereyy will come in with light cav. Light cav are really just going to chew up and spit out these elite skirms. A couple rams still rolling in. Capped rams there for the green player. MBL will build a berserk. That's his only option at the moment to try to resist the arrow fire and kill the rams. But in the end, MBL will give the GG. Liereyy will get the win. Pretty darn nice game from Liereyy. The landing was interesting. I kind of liked that he landed. That was nice. The raiding on this top side wasn't very effective at all, really, because MBL was ready with a monk. But Liereyy didn't go too deep into knights. Got to give him credit for that. Eventually went with the Arb and Ram push.